precipitation is to be gained, then what? Then what? Fuck out of my seat. Then there's an economic
thing that matters here. That's the only thing they're thinking about. They're not thinking about man. Trust me.
Trust no one. Don't trust me. Do what? I don't know. You gotta make it more interesting when you're an asshole, right? Nobody wants to hear me say like, hey guys, this is the air and this is the modification. What do you guys fucking want from me? Before I come looking for you, because I'm gonna turn somebody into a fucking hamburger. I'm gonna flip you over a couple times, make sure you're well done.
Perfect.
I'm just a fucking,
you know what I'm saying? The cumulus. Carbon black heats up the atmosphere. It's a great absorber of radiation and such.
Think about it. Is that a plane flying?
Even injected it under the skin to make sure we tested it. Carbon black upon prolonged skin contact. The results showed here of sub-micron size carbon particles and dispersed them directly into the air from airborne, ground, or sea surfaces.
Yeah, down in Galveston. Yep. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. That looks like one of them ground operations.
Weather modification?
Not on the ground, that's the Gulf of Mexico. I think that's what they used to call it. Until some guy came along and just started saying, grab him by the pussy. Yeah, well, grab by the pussy. We don't care. Are you a racist? I don't know yet. Do you like Mexicans or fair weather? Are they Mexicans? What? What do you call them people? What are you talking about?
You just throw some math in there and we just say, yeah, it's data and everything's good, huh? With zenith angles less than 80 degrees in consumption steps.
Yeah.
Configurations of carbon clouds were performed, okay? Thus consist of fine spherical particles composed of 95 to 99% pure carbon. The remainder are made up of volatile materials. The density of the carbon particles is really fucking small. I care. The Air Force is also reported to have interest in carbon black production in jet engines.
Yeah.
As a method of boiling rockets with? Yeah, two methods of
obviously,
producing carbon black in a jet engine were considered. And this is the thermodynamics of a jet engine with afterburner and carbon producing section, compressor burner, turbine, afterburner, carbon make section, and a nozzle. They're talking, you know,
the shit I know has people with me for a long time. When I show you, it'll be very hard, but when I show you the moon and it has a shadow on it, problem. Now, I get it with my mind. A lot of black smoke.
Man, whoever that guy is, he needs to be put in a fucking mental hospital probably. I wouldn't
be his neighbor, that's for sure.
Am I supposed to say sorry? I had a reason and a bunch of equipment to do nice videos.
like our ideas and, you know, mopping.
Some fucking cops because you guys know I can make it rain. Did you? Did you know I can make it do things? You wanna do something?
Oh yeah, Canada. You would love it, wouldn't you?
Thermodynamics.
Would you generate it and disperse from a jet aircraft? It shows carbon dust, smoke, plume. Yeah, just jet fuel, carbon fuel. Mix this, send it in the air, genocide away. Right? Have a nice day.
Somebody might want to call the Pope, because that ghost face in my wall looks like a miracle. Miracle to grow, huh? You want to be you see that right there? Is that an UFO? Is that the clearest picture of an UFO? Who is that guy? And he has an extraordinary vision, huh? You think so? What is that? You think that's human meat, or you think that's some steaks from a cow? Well, is that a house on a hill?
Look,
yeah,
there's your old
those
telescope.
dolphins? No, you might be sharks, but they're dolphins. Oh, the Department of Justice? Isn't that ironic? Because there's no justice here for me. I'm gonna kill you. What kind is the tribe? Tribe pretty. You know, Ronald Reagan, he used to get on the TV and talk and tell us what he was doing. Yeah, he'd bug, actually. He's what you call an extremist. Now you're getting John Wayne mixed up with him. We're talking about the Gip here, in the ranch, bro. That's Ronald. Can't you tell by the handwriting? Ron Ronaldson. And I was like, what, 6 or 7 or 8 maybe, tops? Why would I give a shit about anything? That looks like a handwritten note. I wonder if it has any value, because I feel like this whole fucking government's a waste of shit. Ron Ronaldson wrote that, it looks like. Do you think that's just a print? Or was it sent to somebody who was, you know, in on it? Was he the 1,000 points? No, that was the other one. But that was, you know who that was. The 1,000 points. You guys know about the New World Order guy. The Bush administration guy. And then he had his son go in there and do the rest of his dirty work. This guy right here, He saw aliens, Ronald Reagan did.
Wow, that's so beautiful.
Fed full of shit by the media.
That's when I went to space. I had to borrow the James Webb telescope. You are racist. You think they're down there wanting to do what they're having to do? Wasn't that long ago you can walk across the border? Fucking want to do? You guys ruin everything anymore. And until you've been on the other end, I never knew there was a whole line of cars from America going to Mexico to work. In the morning down there, that thing is stacked. People from America going to Mexico for work. Yeah, you never hear that, do you? Well, that's what's happening. Somebody might want to call the Pope. Looks like this dude has orbs too. But I know what I'm doing when I do things. Especially for the wages. What's a wage? I have to look that up. I know what I like to wage. You know what? You make a wager?
I think you know what I am.
Too high.
You don't think? Clearly, when you're
Getting fed full of shit by the media.
Unless we have a temporal order judgment
when you're
reversal.
hiding behind that computer.
And within the layers, there are frames,
This guy's a piece
and
of shit.
text, images, and code can be placed in the frames to make the movie do things. And my main task, images and code, can be placed in the frames to make the movie do things. And my main task was to write code. And I was writing code to show how our perception of causality can be tricked.
What's going on in his head?
James Holmes, the Aurora movie theater shooter. Yeah, he was a smart kid, I think, but maybe he wasn't. He was working on that. You heard him, that mind control stuff. He was trying to make things do things. I think he was a little confused. Nobody loves him. Nobody loved him, I guess. And look at him now. He's one hell of a spade player, I bet.
Takes books with jokers.
No, nobody in there probably likes it. They're probably like, dude, you're a weirdo. You would shut up all the people. What a weirdo. Nobody likes people who do that shit. You should go. And he'll be like, I don't even know what happened. I had a temporal something. Whatever. He had a time delay.
So yeah, John and Julie, with your data going to the internet from your nonprofit studies. Look what you did to James, man. Why'd you guys do that to James? What, your name ain't John and Julie. You ain't JJ's. No way. Nope, not gonna happen.
And in the illusion, the effect seems to precede the action that it causes. So subjectively, you're causing events to happen in the past. And to implement this illusion, we insert a series of gradual delays in between the actions and the effects. So we'd have a key press, and then a 10 millisecond delay, and then an image appearing, and then a key press, and then 20 milliseconds, and then an image appears, and we keep doing this over and over again. And it would increase up to around 200 milliseconds. And we do this gradual delay incrementation to adapt the person to modify their perception of time. And then after we modify their perception of time, we completely remove the delay, and this causes the time illusion. And potential applications for this illusion.
Things you know, and things you don't know that I know. Okay?
Also, another application is in the entertainment industry, like video games. And my mentor came up with the video game one, not me. So, gamers might feel like they have a superpower, and that might let them have more fun. So lastly, I'd like to thank John, CNL, Phone Center, Homesteaders, and family. They want to give me an allowance bonus. That's good. Any
What's he
questions?
doing? I don't even know. He's done.
Nope.
What should you call him?
Oh, he's just spinning.
He said if he got paid or if he had some funding.
The man who walked into the Aurora movie theater in 2012 and opened fire. Court-appointed psychiatrist William Reed.
One guy like me doesn't make a fucking difference at all. I'm sick of you guys' shit. That's what they fucking put you in. You gotta pick what you are.
Hi, copy. If you still have them on the phone, do they have possible accountability of the firearm? Do they know where that's at?
still don't have that. We are
Maybe not, though. I'm telling you
attempting
to listen.
CPR instructions now.
He laughs as he says that shit about the movie. Isn't that kind of creepy? Dude, you're creepy.